Nintendo, go big! Everybody, how are y'all doing now? Thinking of Zelda, the Breath of the Wild, and how Nintendo went big on that game, the largest Zelda game ever, 12 times bigger than Twilight Princess, had me to think about other possible upcoming Nintendo NX games and what Nintendo can do to their first-party franchises to give them that Zelda treatment. The first game that came to mind is Mario! Nintendo needs a flagship Nintendo NX Mario title, and I thought about Nintendo. What if Nintendo had a huge open world Mario game? Now, of course, we still want stages with goals and objectives, but what if we didn't have, the little connected world maps? Pretty much every Mario game since Mario 3 on the NES had the world map. What if Nintendo scratched the world map idea and just had one huge world where you can go to any stage in any order? Now, Mario 64 did that to a certain extent, where if there was a world you didn't like, you could skip it and maybe go back to it. But what if Nintendo just completely allowed us to do that? Oh, that would be epic. If we can battle any Koopa kid in any order where we have a large world, and once you get to a specific area in the world, then you have your stages with your different objectives. But even the stages, I want Nintendo to go big on the stages. I'm thinking Mario 64 and Mario Galaxy to the next level. The next franchise that came to mind was the Metroid series. Now, Super Metroid, my favorite Metroid game on the Super Nintendo, did sort of have a huge world idea. Zebes, I think that's the name of the planet, that when Samus's ship landed, you could pretty much go to the left, go to the right, and everything seemed so connected, like it was a one huge world, but you really couldn't, because you get to a door, and that's part of the Metroid strategy where you have to acquire a weapon to get to a different level. But what if Nintendo threw all of the Metroid conventions out of the window and you could pretty much explore any area in any order? Yes, when you get to a certain area, then have that element where you gotta get the weapon to do different things, but open it up, do it big. Now, Metroid Prime did do it to a certain level where it was a huge world, but when you got to an area, I have to admit, it did seem confined to a certain extent. But Nintendo, we know y'all can do it. We played Breath of the Wild. We saw it for ourselves. Open up that Metroid. And the last franchise that came to mind, and I think this franchise can benefit the most, Pikmin. Miyamoto has already confirmed that Pikmin 4 is complete. We know it's coming out on the NX because it hasn't been announced for the Wii U, even though it's already complete. So this game, if it was a huge open world, would be amazing. What if instead of at nighttime you had to get in your rocket ship out of space, you had to find a safe camp and build your own camp and camp out overnight and then wake up in the morning, and then you could explore the snowy region, you could explore the desert region, all on your own pace and at your own leisure? Pikmin 4, please Nintendo, make it huge, make it big, make it in an open world environment. So those are the three games that immediately came to mind. What other Nintendo franchise do you think Nintendo should give the open world experience? Sound off in the comment section below. But before you go, make sure you click the subscribe button. Stay up to date. All things Nintendo.